Corky.
Thank you.
Holy crap.
What if the guy who's taking the picture standing there naked? Because that's my picture.
Oh. There was a short period of time in my life where I was unemployed because I got fired from my job. And I was drinking wine and watching soaps. And I realized that this was not a good combination.
You'll enjoy it. It gets better. Today is a sit around and yak day.
I think we're just going to have a bitch session today. Well, sometimes you need to bitch about stuff.
Yes, you do.
Or not. Ta-da.
Or not. Ta-da! Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, everybody. We popped a little early today just for shits and giggles. I got up
Because
early.
we can do that.
I got up early. Did you get up early?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wow, dropping the F-bomb already. It's just started. Good Lord, woman.
Sorry. I'm retired.
Wow.
I'm at that stage
What
of my
the
life where I
heck?
can just like really.
Damn, chicken.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, hello. Patrick was here first. Let's change the subject quickly. Patrick, buddy. How's it
Yeah,
going?
we had snow flurries yesterday. A couple times. It didn't
Michigan.
stick.
74 one day and then
Yeah, Sunday
30
was
something.
in the 70s and nice. And then yesterday it was cold and I got up and there was snow flurries outside. And so right before my coffee
Michigan.
too, I was just like,
Michigan.
Mother trucker.
Michigan. Sucks. Greg's here. Woohoo! The man, the myth, the legend, nobody G. TC is here. He's already working this morning. He already sent me a message about whatnot. And I fixed it, TC. Thank you very much. I appreciate your input on that. It takes a village, guys. It just takes a village. TC is part of my village. I love him. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. I said, hi, Ethel.
TC, just to know how much you're loved, she answers your emails a lot faster than she answers my messages sometimes.
It's not true. He knows I leave him hanging sometimes. Don't feel bad. It depends on what I'm working on. I don't mean to. I don't mean to. No. All right. I love him. Yeah. Just think about some of the ones I haven't responded to, TC, and how long it took me to respond to her then. Anyway, Ethel's here. Welcome. Wildflower's here. Welcome, dear.
Wildflower.
Welcome. Did I miss anybody? Nope. I got everybody now.
Hi to Greg and
I
Ethel.
said hi to Greg, Ethel.
And yeah.
Wildflower. That's it. It's Tuesday. Oh, you don't have to play.
You guys, my language, yes. Those of you who met me in person know dang well.
Wow. Like a sailor. Yeah. Like a sailor. Heard the upper part of Michigan is what? Yeah.
Oh, we actually have neighbors because the Cranes.
Yeah.
They live like a mile or so.
Are they without power?
East. Yeah, they were last night.
Ooh. Well, we had fluctuations. Remember the lights kind of went.
Yeah, I was in the basement.
That's a technical term for you people. Don't know what that means. It means it means.
And we had tornadoes. So Elkhart is the general area.
The giant storm front came through.
So that area, very south border of Michigan and the north border of Indiana, got hit with either tornado touchdowns or very
heavy ass winds,
very high winds, because there's trees and houses. There's at least 5 people that
retail building
were unalived by the storm.
Yeah. So yeah, it did. We luck out again. We got some pretty heavy winds, but we didn't have a power outage. We had a little waka, but we didn't have a power outage, and we had a lot of rain, but we did not get tornadic activity, whatever. We didn't get into tornadoes, which is good, and I'm good with that. Yeah. No, 3 confirmed. Jeez, dude. It's not safe out there. Stay safe out there. TC is on it, by the way. We did. I'm all for dodging a huge bullet. I'm all for dodging.
There's something
we did.
And I am not a meteorologist or anything.
Or does she play one on TV?
But I think because we live so close to Lake Michigan,
it does help.
I think there's a lot to be said about that. I think the worst happened when you were still at Whirlpool.
Yeah, we had some straight line winds that came through and just ripped the hell out.
They wouldn't call it a tornado, but they called it a straight line, and it came up the bluff.
Yeah.
So
and tore up trees and everything. It was
like Lake Michigan has a ton of beaches on this side, but a lot of it is like the city of St. Joseph is on a bluff, and then you can from there where the city is, you
Yeah.
can look down and see the lake and Silver Beach and all this stuff.
Yes.
And there's a road that goes down there and there's a park and all that stuff. So, yeah. So when this wind comes up these bluffs,
It's very intense, but
it took out windows at Whirlpool.
it did. It literally
took
did.
out.
We're about a football field,
God, that's been like what?
2
10,
football
15
fields
years
away
ago
from
already?
the water in that building. Their main campus, their main headquarters is about a football field and a half, so 150 yards maybe away from the lake, the actual lake. And there is a drop off, and then there's water, Lake Michigan. And it came in and it just blew out windows and it blew out all sorts of things.
The campus has
Pulled trees over
because it's more than one building.
That was years ago, though.
But it's very.
We haven't had winds
They had
like
a lot
that.
of trees, and they had a lot of trees.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took out. We lost power for like a week.
Mm-hmm. Took out a lot of stuff. So this one wasn't that bad. Let's put it that way. I know, and then colder again. Yeah, it's coming to cold again here. So then, yeah, like I said, 74, and then 30. It just Michigan
And snow.
and in spring and snow. Yeah.
Happy
So
April, by the way.
Yeah, happy April Fool's Day. We are not fooling whatever we say. We don't do the April Fool's thing.
That was like part of the prenuptial agreement.
Yeah.
Pre-relationship agreement.
Yeah.
It's like we don't do April Fools.
No.
I'm not into pranks.
Nope.
I don't like them. I don't like being scared.
So whatever we say today, unless we say we're joking, it's not an April Fool's prank, right? It's not a thing.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you
Things like
untruths or
untruths or whatever. No. So there you have it. No untruths today. We have whatnot tonight. How about that? Let's go there. First of all, let's play this. Now, you might want to attend this one because after this one, we are going to take a hiatus, a break.
we got things to do in
We got
April.
things to do. We got mom's situation, taking care of her, getting her set. Momster's going to be relocating to Muskegon to spend more time with the family and the grandkids. So that's cool. So we got to get her set. Plus, we're going to be going on vacation at the end of the month. So we've decided to put everything on hold and wait until we get back to do our next Whatnot. So you'll see it if you go to the Whatnot page and look at our shows. You'll see the one for tonight, and then you'll see one for like in the middle of May. And that's going to be a blowout sale.
We're going to do things a little differently.
I have stacks. I have literally stacks of really good stuff, 45-wise. And we're just going to try to blow those out. Not tonight. Tonight's our regular show. But when we come back in May, that show is going to be like 15-second auction, dollar starts. We're just going to boom, boom, boom. We're not going to play a lot of music. We're just going to...
We can do soft closes on those.
We can do soft close on those 15 seconds.
Because, if they're bidding, I want to keep...
So we're going to do dollar starts on the individual 45s, and then we'll do pylons, too, at $5 a piece. Texas, I would love to. I want someplace warm. I know it's warm in Texas, but even Texas can have its cold snaps. So anyway... we're planning a vacation. We'll give you more information on the vacation as it develops. Right. But that's what we're going to do. So, next week, Mom's moving, so there will not be a Thursday
bingo.
So we'll have it this week. And who took it? Who took the take on that? Somebody beat me. I remember.
Greg?
I think it was Greg. Beat me.
Greg.
I think it was Greg that beat me.
Greg, why aren't you bragging?
Yeah, why aren't you bragging, buddy?
Dude.
During storm season. Yeah, good point, TC.
Well, it's not like we're not used to storms here. I mean,
I know, but Texas storms.
Some of the rain we have had recently has been intense.
It's Greg.
Yeah, it's Greg.
Greg beat me. So, Greg, this week, you'll have to hold on to that if you want to hold on for 2 weeks, because next week we won't do it. She doesn't mind. Come during the storm, she says. We don't care.
We can go chase tornadoes together. Go storm chase them together.
Ooh. You want to do that?
No.
I didn't think you did.
Well, kind of.
Maybe Ethel's not up for
There's a
storm
part of me
chasing.
that would be like all into it, but...
As long as I'm on the butt side of it, the back side of it, I don't want to bump into it face to face. There you go. Or you can watch it cross in front of you. I'm fine with that too. I just don't want to be like, why isn't it moving? Oh, it is. It's just coming at you. There you go. Yeah. there you have it. So yeah, that's the agenda. So whatnot tonight, if you want to see a whatnot for, and then you're gonna have to go on withdrawal symptoms or whatever for about a month and a half, and then we will be back with the blowout sale.
Yeah, we're not gonna stop doing Chick Chat until we go on vacation. Then we're taking a hiatus on that too.
Yeah, but so next week Thursday we're only taking a 2-week vacation. Only 2 weeks. When's the last time we took a vacation though?
A very long time.
There you go. We deserve a vacation.
Like honeymoon, maybe?
Well, no, I mean if you're not counting though, like
I'm not talking about
reseller events.
And
no,
stuff
you're right.
That was work.
You're right. We haven't taken.
I mean, it was fun work,
but it was work. We haven't taken.
Hey, Carol.
Hey, Carol, how you doing, sweetie? So yeah, we haven't taken a full-on dang darn it vacation, the do nothing kind of vacation for a long time. So we are going to take one, and we will let you know where and when and all that.
When we feel like it.
When we feel like it. We're still firming up plans. We're not sure yet. Cuff on my pants was bugging me. So yeah, that's what's going on. So little changes here and there, but pretty much the same stuff. We will be doing Chick Chat every Tuesday and Thursday, except for those days when we can't. There you go. Hello, Carol. We're saying, hey, Sister Carol.
I know, TC. That was the first thing that popped in my mind. Oh, she's at physical therapy. What are you doing on your phone at physical therapy?
She's waiting. Or she's stretching. Or she's doing something where she can sit on her phone. Maybe she's pedaling a bike or something.
When I was in physical therapy, there was no time those people were letting me use my phone.
Even if you sat there and pedaled for like 15, 20 minutes?
Oh, I had the TV.
Oh, okay. See, there you go.
But no, you don't
have on a bike. See, that's what
I was only on the bike for like 5 minutes.
Well,
maybe 10 at the most.
Well, we appreciate you sharing your time with us, Carol.
She's on the bike.
Yeah, she's on the bike.
Well, then that would work.
That would work. Maybe they don't have TVs there. Maybe she's going to a place.
No, my physical therapist, when I was recovering from knee surgery, they were like on me like white on rice, man. Nice people, but damn.
Well, they want to get your shit together, as they say. They're trying to help
Mary
improve
Poppins
you.
A torturer.
Yes,
Mary Poppins. They're really nice,
but they really torture you. Maybe they're just trying to make sure that you do what you have to do. They have a schedule too, you know. They have to get you in and out.
They have
boom, 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 boom. That's right.
But I'm hey, Hawaii.
Afternoon tea with the king.
I'm impressed, Carol, that you are
better day than I'm having.
Are typing on your phone and biking at the same time.
She's got coordination. She can do it.
Well, I'm impressed.
The girl can type. But you're not, unless you're on one of those bikes that does this and pedals.
I think that's what mine was too.
There you go.
That's why they kept all my limbs going. So yeah, there was.
Yeah. So yeah, this would be hard if you're doing this and pedaling. You can't do on your phone. There's no way.
And Carol, also your acting chops have gotten great. They have improved greatly since the first time you did a video clip for Johnny.
Yes.
And when I first saw, and I don't know if I've told you this already, but if I'm not, you can hear it again or whatever. Crack me up.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn and I were like, because I think when he first premiered that opener,
the newest opener,
we were running late because
we never saw it.
I think we were selling the jukebox at the time.
Yes.
So we got to the auction late.
That'd be New Year's Day or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it New Year's Day?
Yeah, it was like we were running late. So we didn't see it until the next time. And we were both like in the background going, holy crap, this is good.
Yeah. Did a good job. Bless you, child. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You did a great job, dear. You did a great job.
You did good.
You did good. You did good. You did good. So yeah. So that's what's going on with us. What are you guys doing this week? What's happening?
What happened this weekend?
Yeah, what happened this weekend?
DC keeping us all abreast of the weather.
Which, man, we appreciate you, dude.
Like, dude, how do you have time? See, I am just in amazement of people today. Like, in a good way.
She's loving
like, how do you have time, TC? Because I know how many videos you put out. I may not watch them all the time, but I know how many videos you put out. And that, you get good at it, but it still takes time. Plus, you're checking out Whatnot and, like, doing stuff for us for that.
Ah, okay. Very good. Yep, you guys did a great job, though. Really, really.
So now you have staff, is what you're saying.
She's got.
You have a personal assistant. I like that. So yeah, I'm impressed that, and then he finds time to keep track of the weather for us in different parts of the country,
and we appreciate it.
That's
amazing. He gives me a head up. He gives me those heads up, and I'm loving it. I use the time. Time turners are helpful. Time turners are damn helpful. Why didn't I think of that? Damn it. Where do you get one of those?
Probably eBay.
Needs the cash. Oh, yeah, it all helps.
eBay.
Probably eBay. Find a time turner on eBay? But is it a legit one or is it just a reproduction? I want the real thing.
Yeah, well then if it's not the real thing, you can always return it.
So yeah, what'd you guys do this weekend besides hide from the weather?
What'd we do this weekend?
We hid from the weather.
We went to breakfast.
We went to breakfast with Laura. And again, props out to Laura. What else did we do?
She played Tina Turner before. That would have
been fun. I'd like to see that. We
Mm.
also
putzed around the house.
I did that. I prepped a lot of records for the sale coming up next.
Yeah, we kind of chillaxed.
I got what not done.
We did some paperwork.
We did some paperwork.
We did our last mailing.
Yeah, because we had our last sale on Wednesday, right? So we did last.
It was a little melancholy.
Yeah, but we got it out.
Our poor post. Well, we'll have to track him down and tell him that it won't be that bad anymore.
No, it won't be.
And now we can return all those totes.
Yeah, the totes and all the UPS priority boxes we have too. I'm gonna.
Wildflower worked on the weekend.
People in Diagon Alley, baby. I gotta go there. Yeah, that does suck. I hate it when you have to work on.
Well, when you're in reselling,
everything, every day's a work day.
Because you packed Saturday, I invoiced Saturday. We got that done Saturday.
Yeah.
Which was like, wow,
we did it. And it's done. I mean, it's
poor Willow, she got 3 boxes or a package and two boxes. 2 big boxes that were
she bought that big
15 pounds a piece.
She bought that big crap lot. So she's going to have a lot of Christmas. She's going to have a lot of Christmassy kind of things going on there when she opened. It's not all Christmas. My point is opening a box like that with all this neat stuff in it is kind of like Christmas. Oh, what's this? Sadly had to let Mitzi in. Yeah,
because he's purchased stuff from us before.
That's right. It's the last on Merry Christmas. Well, you never know, man. If I come across something that looks good and you might be interested in it, I will send you a massage.
Hey, we have phones. We have technology.
That's right. We know how to use them. Absolutely right.
We can work deals.
So I did some video editing as well. Get some stuff out there. And I'm going to continue to do that. I'm trying to hone my video editing skills, plus recording a bunch of music as well. I did that. So
yeah, because we're going on vacation. She wants to.
I want to bank some stuff.
She wants to bank some stuff, so you guys will still have music at least, so you won't forget us.
Yeah, don't forget me when I'm. Yeah, no, but yeah, I want to have some stuff in the bank so I can put it out there,
release
it out for one thing, members. I want to make sure the members get stuff early, and I want to make sure that I have enough video out there to keep the channel active while we're enjoying ourselves. Plus, we'll be shooting video of the vacation, which would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that'll be fun.
So, Mr. Murphy, how did Mitzi take it?
Yeah. Did she have like a?
Did you have to get her a box of Kleenex?
Yeah. I wonder. Because, there's a lot of
last Wednesday I could have used a box of Kleenex.
I know. You were crying like crazy. If you guys didn't see it, go check it out. It was Johnny did a great job of paying homage to our tenure with him on the Hump Day auction. It was very lovely and a lot of fun. So, but yeah, sad times. But I'm okay. I'm looking forward to getting other stuff done now.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to concentrate on working on the house. We're going to concentrate on enjoying stuff and traveling. I told her they still have Debbie and Max. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, good point, because they bring cat stuff all the time.
They bring cat stuff all the
and
time.
Other interesting items.
Mm-hmm. Are they back this week?
I don't think so yet.
I think they got one more week.
I think they were going to be gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're on a cruise, I believe. Wasn't it a cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could not do a I probably wouldn't want to do a cruise.
I can't do
I'd
cruises.
rather be on land. Wendy Becker.
Hey.
Wendy Becker. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, you gotta drive
Listen
to
while
work.
I'm driving. Ooh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just listen. Don't be
Don't be
texting.
typing. Don't be texting. Don't be typing. So yeah, there's some things going on. Weird little cookbooks. Debbie Max. Yeah. They do have weird little cookbooks. Yes, indeed. Poor TC has a butt ton of 45s, a butt ton of cookbooks.
He's bought cookbooks.
He's bought cookbooks, a lot of cookbooks, yes.
Y'all need to have a guest host like Joan Rivers when Johnny Carson was out.
There you go.
Are you trying to say you should do it?
There
Because
you
you
go.
work, dude.
Yeah. You want to be the guest host?
Do we want to give him that kind of power?
I don't know. I trust him to a point. I don't trust Vera. I don't trust Vera though. She could make things happen.
Ooh. Yeah, but he can't do Vera for a whole hour.
No, that would be
We know this.
torture on the vocals.
Yeah, the vocal cords.
Torture to the vocal cords. Not happening at all.
So if you guys
Yes.
could take a vacation
Where would you go?
and money was no object.
Money's always an object, but you
'Cause-
get what I'm point.
Because we've done that for going, well, it's going to be 23 years
We always
this
say
month
if money were no
that
object.
we've been together. It's the longest relationship for the both of us.
That's true. That's true. Aside from my mother.
Aside from relatives.
Yeah.
They
Brother.
count, but they don't count.
Yeah, exactly.
Relationship
of choice.
He could, but it would take him a week to recover.
No shit. I believe that.
Uh,
Aw, you'd be.
to see Dawn and Mary.
Aw, aren't you sweet?
In the Camry.
In the Camry. That's how you'd have to go that way. You would
So,
have to
like-
come on a cruise ship for that.
So back to the point.
Yeah.
If you could take a vacation,
Yes.
and it doesn't matter how long,
Mm-hmm.
everything is optional. Money's no object.
Mm-hmm.
Because we always talked about this, like, we're the second owners of this house, and that's the thing we've done. Like, if money were no object, because things have been tight during our 23 years at times,
Mhm.
and like, if money were no object, I would do blah 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 to this part of the house. or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
we've done that.
So
Play
if
that
money
game.
were no object,
Mhm.
and you could take, like, say, a month and not lose
Nice.
your job,
And not lose your job. Yeah.
where would you go? What would you do? Would you go on a cruise around the world, or would you travel the United States and go see
like
different
Route
states?
66 or something like that.
Like
right?
Debbie and Max have been trying to travel to each state.
Right.
Even if they're driving through it, they've been to it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think Alaska. I'm
Well,
not sure.
Alaska and maybe Hawaii. I don't know.
They've been to Michigan now.
They have been to Michigan. TC says, truthfully, I always wanted to visit Iceland. Campus always wanted to go to Japan, and we both want to go back to England for a couple of weeks. I see more of the country than just London. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, Iceland is warmer than Greenland, believe it or not. Yeah, that would be fun. I could do that. I would like to see those places. I'd like to see Australia too. Until I saw the biggest, giant animal that ever, and then I'd leave.
They got things that will kill you.
Yeah. I don't want to go back in the outback. I just want to check out Australia.
I would.
So I want to go there.
I
would
want
love
to
to
see a kangaroo, but I do not want to get up and close and personal, because I've seen pictures, and I don't think they're AI, of them when they're like standing on their hind legs with their tail behind them, balancing them.
Yes.
And they look like frickin'
Bodybuilding.
kangaroo version of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
There
when he
are
was in
those
his
out there.
bodybuilding.
There are those
And
out
I'm
there.
like, that mother trucker's got better muscles than I do, and no,
Must
they can hurt you.
Yeah, they can hurt you. They can hurt you.
So-
That's the whole point.
But there's, yeah. I would do that train travel across the northern part of the States.
Ooh, that would be fun.
That's cool.
I would like a train trip. That would be neat. You're right.
That's cool.
Train would be cool. I want to go to Eurovision Live. Ooh, that'd be fun too.
Ooh.
What if
I would wait for his video to come out.
it's too cold, man. I'd go there too, but it's too flippin' cold. It is just too cold. I don't want to go to the cold. I want to go away from the cold. That's my thing. I want to go away from the cold.
He's not going to any country where the majority of native animals can end you. Yeah, I know, but we've got that everywhere, right?
Not the majority though. Like
We've
okay,
got that in our country.
yeah, but in Michigan, let's say there's only like
Rattlesnakes.
rattlesnakes if you're lucky.
Rattlesnakes, but they
or
won't
unlucky.
They won't end you if you
They
can
won't.
get the antidote.
Right, and like black widows,
You'll just feel like
they won't
crap
end
for a
you.
very
They'll
long
just
time.
make you feel like shit.
Yeah, black widows and brown recluses.
Brown recluses will
Brown recluses
cause problems.
could end you, but it would be long term and it would be painful.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
but
and
yeah,
the whole dead skin thing is just. Ugh.
I know, right?
Go back in time.
Hey, that's a good idea. Money would be no object, right? If the technology was available, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but TC, there's other trains other than Amtrak, so you can go. I think, isn't there one out in the mountains or something that you can take? It's not an Amtrak.
It's a.
They have like nice living quarters on the train
Yeah,
cars and stuff like that, and it's a scenic through the mountains kind of thing.
That would be fun.
That would be cool.
I would like that.
Time travel is on the table. Well, not it is, but it isn't.
Well,
right now we're talking present time.
If it is available to you, then it's on the table. But if it is available to you, please let me know how and how much, because I'm in. Yeah, I don't have it.
Oh, he's saying yes, it is.
Yes, time travel's on the table. Well, yeah,
they're saying yes, it is.
I'd go back in time and visit a few people myself.
We'll get there.
Oh,
because right now,
obviously we'll get there.
I would love to go till. The thing is, it would be hard to pin down my favorite place to go. Because I'm curious about a lot of things. I still need to see the Grand Canyon. I've lived in the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
There's parts of Canada I have not witnessed yet. I've pretty much just been in Ontario, in the Toronto area.
Mm-hmm.
That's been pretty much my extent of being in Canada,
which is kind of like Michigan.
But there's so much more.
It's kind of like Michigan. It's on the same parallel, I think. It's on the same.
And I lived in the Rocky Mountains for 6 months, and that was extraordinarily cool.
Now that I haven't been to.
That
you've been there, but I haven't.
That was worth.
And you've been to Mexico.
And I've been to Mexico.
And
I've been to Acapulco.
But I've been to you've been to California too. I've been to California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Florida, Georgia. I've been through all Texas. I've ridden through or driven through just on road trips to a lot of those places. But I haven't been to the upper Midwest states. I don't think I've ever been to Missouri, to my knowledge.
I lived in Missouri.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
And I had to drive through
I'd like
Missouri.
to see Hawaii. Hawaii would be nice.
Louis. I was in St. Louis when I was in college because I did a Reader's Theater down there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been up in the Arch. And I've been up in the Space Needle in...
Is it claustrophobic?
What?
The Arch?
I was pretty young back then,
so it didn't bother you then.
I'm not claustrophobic either.
I can be.
But it's kind of weird because at the time, I think they probably still do this, you sit in a pod and then it goes ta-dun, ta-dun.
It goes up and then you get out and you look around in the thing and then you go back down.
You can feel it move.
Right.
And I've been up in the Space Needle or whatever they call it, the CNN Tower in Toronto back in high school because we took our senior trip to Toronto and it was one of the best trips at that time that I ever had. I've driven through Nebraska.
Thank you.
I've driven through Kansas.
I think is that Three Dog Night? I can't remember. Anyway, I can't remember who that is, but I think it's Three Dog Night. Anyway,
but there's parts of the U.S.
yes
that I have not seen.
Mm-hmm.
So when I lived in the Chicago area,
Washington State is lovely,
and I was single, one of my officers, his mom was a travel agent, and she loved her for this. She set me up because I was still paying off college and all this stuff. So she got me the best deals possible. So I flew from O'Hare to Sacramento, I think.
Okay.
I stayed for a week on a working ranch.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only guest. So literally I went and rounded up cattle and stuff.
That would be fun.
And they cooked for me and I had my own little trailer to stay in and stuff. It was up in the Sierra Madre.
How much did you pay for that?
I don't remember.
That was lovely. It sounds lovely.
So I They had herding dogs, and stuff like that. So
you're a
did that for a
cowpoke?
week. I was a cowpoke.
You poke cows?
I actually got a pair of spurs because I herded a couple of cattle back that had meandered off, and they had to find them. So we spent, a good part of the day looking
Now
for them.
spurs are like not good for horses.
It depends.
Oh.
It depends on how you use them and what kind of spurs they are.
Oh, okay.
Just
saying.
But that was a gift that they gave people. So I did that, and then they took me to the train station after my week there, and I took the train to LA and saw a friend there in Hollywood. So I got to go walk and see the stars.
I have seen this. I've been to LA, yeah.
Chinese theater.
Grauman's Chinese theater.
Yeah. That and different. I think we went to Universal.
I wasn't impressed with LA.
We got in for free. And so backdraft was a thing back then.
Backdraft was a thing. So
we went through the backdraft thing. That was fun.
I wasn't that impressed with LA.
I got to be on a Star Trek set.
That's cool.
I think there's some video around.
We have a video floating around.
Yeah.
When I went to LA, it was for a work / diversity thing.
Yeah.
I got to stay in the hotel where they filmed one of the scenes from what was that stupid movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and True Lies? That was it.
Oh yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis.
And True Lies. I got to stay in that hotel.
Cool.
That was cool.
That's cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, and then I took the train. So this was really kind of a different kind of travel.
We've been through 26 states so far.
I took the train to San Francisco, where a friend of mine that I knew when I was on my internship in college, she was living out by the Napa Valley area, and she picked me up in San Francisco.
I've been to San Francisco.
She drove me around San Francisco. Beautiful city. Mm-hmm. Those hills are killer, though.
The hills are killer.
And then we went and stayed at her place. Mm-hmm. And then we did a winery tour. So was it Knots Landing? I didn't never watch those shows, but was it Knots Landing done at a winery?
Yeah, it was technically a winery.
So we went to the one winery where they shot the
film for Knots Landing
intro.
Oh, okay. To show you what the house looked like. He's in 27 now.
You're halfway there. You're more than halfway there, dude.
I say one of the most beautiful places.
Falcon Crest.
Falcon Crest. That was, yeah.
Mr. Knowledge.
Expensive, but the most beautiful place. Yeah, I'll bet. Hawaii is expensive. But again, money is no object on this one.
Yeah,
I would like to see Hawaii.
I would like to see Hawaii, but I would also I think you and I tend to be alike in this fact that we don't mind doing the big city kind of situations, but we kind of prefer getting off the beaten path.
That's right.
Trust me, we've done this before. We did it on our honeymoon.
We have beaten an unbeaten path before.
So it's more fun for us.
Yes, it is.
To road trip it.
Yeah.
And,
take pictures and do things and check out scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we love to road trip it.
When we came back from
the road less traveled.
The last reseller rally.
We took the back way.
We took the back way and found a bridge that was out.
Via bike trails, mind you. Go to Google Maps.
It wasn't on the map. But we found it.
Well, because if we were on a bike, we would have been able to cross. But if we were
not...
No,
it was a little hinky.
It was hinky.
It was
hinky, but you could have made it. You could have made it. It went over train tracks. It just wouldn't hold weight of cars anymore. But you could have made it on a bike.
But I would love to go to Europe. So that includes England, Ireland.
Yeah.
All the countries. Because their history... We're pretty young. The U.S. is pretty young comparatively to a lot of other places.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
Because when we worked with our friend that was from England originally,
right? Yeah.
She's like, "You think 100-year-old furniture is old?"
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. Okay, I would go to the International Space Station, but I don't want to get stuck there. It'd be interesting. But I have a thing about gravity. As much as I hate it, I kind of like it.
I'm not sure I would want to do that.
And I'd feel claustrophobic. Again, that would probably bother me.
The thing I don't want to do, if I don't have to, is cruise ships.
Yeah.
That's the kind of travel I'm not fond of. There
you go.
Because I kind of like seeing the land.
You have an issue with motion sickness.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
And
what I have with claustrophobia, you have with motion sickness.
So, but yeah.
I will not be spelunking anytime soon. No.
So I think it would be fun, like if you had a month. And even if you think about, like, if you go to Europe.
Yes.
And you have a month, that's not a lot of time.
Not to see everything, no.
But I would, and if money were no object, I would hire locals.
To like drive me around. Show you shit.
Especially in countries where
here's $100.
The driving is not the same.
Drive me around and show me shit. Or $200 or $300.
Yeah, like money is no object. It's great. But like somebody local who knows
the good stuff and knows where to go.
The good little hole-in-the-wall restaurants and little pubs and, not that we're big drinkers or anything, but just to get that atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And little towns and little shops and
local
I love
economy.
That idea. I would American River
Eurorail. Ooh, 8 different countries in 10 days. That would be cool. Have you done that, Ethel?
She said I did 8 different countries in 10 days. Was it? Did you, when you got done, did you feel like you needed more time? Like maybe it was a little rushed?
Oh, because like stop.
Because you're doing 8 countries in 10 days?
Maybe. American River Cruises. Really?
Yeah, wouldn't it be fun to take, now see, like,
said yes, she felt rushed. It's like more time. That would be fun too.
But if money is
no object,
is an object, then doing 8 countries in 10 days
is doable.
Is you're going to try to pack in as much as you can for the
bang for your buck, right?
Yeah, bang for your buck, right?
Yeah.
Because you're a shopper. I know, and it's not that I want to buy a lot of stuff anymore. But I want to
be able to look, damn it.
I want to go through the antique shops and stuff. It's just something that I like to do.
Oh, okay. There's some pretty country out there, man. They have some lovely places.
So I would probably let you drive.
Thank you.
Like if we were going to Ireland or England or something, because they drive on the other side of the road.
Yes.
And
you find it would be hard to do that?
It's always, well, look at me in Chicago.
Look at you with a stick.
Well, that takes practice again.
Yeah.
I'm a little just
drive a stick well.
Rusty on that.
She does not enjoy driving a stick as much as I do.
I used to.
Although I don't know.
I used to.
Now, if I was stuck, damn it, it doesn't matter. It's okay. So if we're in a European country where they drive on the left side of the road,
mm-hmm.
that means the steering wheel is on the left or the right side of the car, which means you would have to shift with your left hand. Yes, that's how that would work. So I don't know if I'd enjoy driving a stick as much if I had to shift with my left hand. I know. That's what I'm saying. If I had to drive a stick with my left hand, I
probably could adapt that faster than you possibly. But you're pretty technical, so I think that you could.
Why, thank you. I think.
Or we could just take turns.
Or one of us shift while the other one drives.
Yeah, exactly. And we could tandem
this. First, second, third.
The thing is about European countries that drive on the other side of the road than us, and the steering wheel's on the other side. The thing is, too, like we've all watched enough videos from people in other countries, and the roads are not that wide.
No.
Like if you're in the countryside of England or Ireland.
So what do you say, drive in the middle of the road and it doesn't matter which side they drive on?
And then they have a little stone 1-lane bridge and you're like,
well, then you have to drive on the path.
And yeah.
Okay.
That kind of stuff is a little nerve-wracking.
If you've got a 1-lane road, you kind of doesn't matter which side of the road they drive on. You just kind of got to hang on.
Well, it's like a lane and a half with not much shoulder.
No.
So it's a little hinky.
How about riding in those hills and like India and stuff and over in where they like on the side of a cliff and you're just.
I kind of did that when I lived in the Rockies.
Okay.
Because I had to borrow somebody's Jeep and drive another employee. She was done for the season. And so this other woman let us borrow her Jeep and I drove her to Fort Collins, where her college was.
Okay. And
right?
you were on the cliff sides?
Oh boy, were we ever.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she got a little.
TC remembers the video we made of the back roads where we're just very small. Yeah, they were definitely
Yeah, they were
tight little roads.
but we were kind of okay because there wasn't a lot of traffic for the most part. But yeah, and I can't remember her name anymore because it's been for decades. But yeah, there's a couple times where she was just like, "You're pretty close to the edge here."
Well, she's on the passenger
you know
side.
that the guardrails are not going to do much to keep you going down.
Was she on the side that was exposed
Yeah, I was
to
driving.
Yeah, so she was over.
And then I got lost coming back because it was the mid '80s and there was nothing called GPS back then.
No.
Or at least anything that
if you're lucky, you had a map.
So I got off on some trail in the mountains and I was late coming back.
Mirror Camry. Yes, it's a mirror universe. It is very much so. So you got home though, obviously.
I got home late.
It's like, did you die? No.
Here's your Jeep back.
Here's your Jeep back, and I didn't roll it down the side of a mountain.
No, I didn't.
So I
did get up like on a 2-lane road trail thing that I realized at some point in the dark because there's no street lights out there, right? In the mountains. And it was just like, shit, I got to turn around.
It was just like shit.
I worked it out, but I got back. I was just so lost.
I love
Fortunately, I have some sense of direction.
I love it.
So, okay.
Yes.
Since Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'm probably slaughtering your handle, but I'm sorry.
I thought you meant Hawaii.
No.
Going back to
if you could travel back in time.
Oh.
Since we're talking about traveling. And Patrick kind of wanted to go there.
Since Nanny and Granddad.
So, yeah, Nanny.
Granddad.
And Granddad.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go to Easter Island. See, I want to see those kind of historic things.
That'd be fun.
Stonehenge
is Easter Island is cooler.
I know.
Stonehenge is,
I want to go see old buildings and old architecture and
want to go see the pyramids and dig down and see what the pillars look like because supposedly there's pillars under the pyramids now, guys.
Well, now that technology is, I'm not so much into desert.
Go to the desert, okay. But Easter Island would be fun.
Yeah. I love the history of places and I love the cultures of people. And I just kind of want to absorb a lot of that.
I like the concept of exploring like jungle areas, but I don't want to deal with the buggery and the crittery.
I don't think that's what you meant to say.
The bugs and the critters.
The insects.
And the insects and the things that will stop you. Off you right there on the spot. I don't want to deal with those.
That's the thing about going to.
So first of all, I watched Arachnophobia. Big mistake. Don't watch that. And then
now you know why I don't watch those movies.
Yeah, no kidding. And then there's other things out there that will try to kill you.
That's the thing about going to places with rainforest, or like in Africa, where they have jungles and things like that. The pretty things are usually the most poisonous.
Don't touch the pretty frogs.
Don't touch the pretty things.
The birds are pretty. They're not going to kill you. Mostly.
Yeah, that's part of the reason, having a guide. But I would love to go on safari in Africa and be able to photograph giraffes in the wild and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. So if you could travel back.
Safari.
If you could travel back in time.
Okay.
To see a specific time period to meet someone famous.
Oh.
It's like that question, like if you could have dinner party with 5 other people, who would you pick that are alive?
Ooh.
So now you get to pick a time period.
That's a toughie. Continue.
Time period or a person. I don't want to go far back in time where TP doesn't exist. Or how about bathrooms?
Good point.
Oh, they had TP. They had newspaper.
Or they had Sears catalogs or whatever is what you're saying. Yeah. Or leaves. Leaves. Yeah, there's some creature comforts I'm kind of happy about. For sure. Yeah. You fall in love with the Victorian era and stuff like that, but then you're like, yeah, not the best time.
A little chamber pot.
Yeah.
Chamber
bathing once a week if you needed it or not kind of thing is. Or once a month.
I mean, where I grew up, stinging nettles.
Stinging nettles.
Well, we got that around here.
I don't want that either. Don't use anything.
Patrick, you had to go to the gross stuff, didn't you?
Don't use a communion bush.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking you have to stay there for an extended period of time. I'm just talking about like if there's a period.
So you're just saying you could go have dinner and then come back before you had to use the bathroom.
That could happen.
I love it. I gotta go, guys. I have to use the John.
I gotta go.
And you guys don't have toilet paper, so I gotta go.
I grew up in the country in Michigan, and outhouse buildings were still not in use, but they were still part of the visible landscape on a farm. I mean, by the time I was born in 1962, it wasn't so much a thing that
you knew what an outhouse was.
But I knew what an outhouse was.
Yes.
Because they still had the buildings.
Little half moon or crescent moon thing in the door. Yeah, I love that. I know what an outhouse is. Oh, didn't we? Were we honeymooned? They had an outhouse out on the beach.
Oh yeah, our friends. Because of the little cabin.
We gotta have. There's a toilet. Yeah, no kidding. And toilet or a bidet or both. Why not?
So, yeah, where we stayed on our honeymoon on Lake Superior at our friend's camp.
UK.
It's a very rustic cabin.
Yes, and they had an actual outhouse out on the.
They did actually have
outside of the house
by
the time we got there.
But the cabin was built in like 50s? The late 30s or 40s.
Oh, I thought it was.
I think it was
earlier than that. Okay.
Yeah, and so there was the outhouse wasn't really standing straight anymore.
Michael's here.
My favorite angry eye.
Hello. We're talking about where you would go in time and space if you had the opportunity. Yes, the UK is number one.
Now, see, Michael's well traveled.
Yeah, Michael.
He's been to Japan.
Yes, and many other places.
So now we're talking about like if you could go back, if you wanted to go back in time, what era or person would you want to go see? And I don't know the answer to that question for myself. You got any clue? Is there anybody you want to meet in history?
I mean, not really. I like Karen Carpenter. I wouldn't mind seeing her perform live. That would be fun.
See,
that would be cool, right? But other than that,
I don't know.
What?
How do you?
What are you
say that, Michael? He said back to Magaha Island off Saipan.
Paradise on Earth. Ooh. Google that. Find out where that is. That might be a vacation spot. Looking for Da Vinci. That's an interesting thought. Yeah.
Didn't Star Trek do a?
Voyager did a Da Vinci thing.
Yeah.
He was a hologram
with Captain Janeway.
Yes. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Leonardo da Vinci. Van Gogh. That'd be cool.
You would love to revisit parts of the 1980s.
Knowing what you know now. Yeah, I'd like to invest. I know, right? Hey, let me pick up a few things while I'm here and take them back, or invest in some fundage.
I'm trying to think,
and then money would be no object,
because it would be hard as a woman going back in time because we were pretty much second-class citizens or less in many.
How far back are we going?
Of the decades.
I was gonna say
and eras.
Yeah.
Like Victorian time would be fun to see, but no, I don't want to wear a corset. And
you could go in disguise and dress as a man if you wanted to.
Well, there's that too,
right? There you go. Unless you were noble.
So if you put that aside,
yeah,
just to go as an observer,
go back to the 30s and buy every comic I could. There you go. Yep, that would be fun. Yes, it was.
Yes,
that's it. Your holodeck buddy, very much so.
I like those episodes.
John Rhys Davies, I think, who played him.
I think it was.
I think it was. Did a great job. Okay. So I agree. I wouldn't, for number one, for toileting and bathroom and cleanliness, I don't really want to go too far back. I just don't. I like that. I like that. Hey, I got it right. Thank you.
I think I would
Thank you.
like to meet Ansel Adams.
That's not too far back.
No,
That would be interesting.
just because I like his photography,
Photography.
and see the process and stuff and what he did.
The burning and the dodging.
Yeah,
The dodging and the burning.
yeah.
Because you know damn well he didn't just take a picture and it showed up like that. There's a lot of
Or
prep work in the dark.
George O'Keeffe.
Ooh,
She'd be an interesting person to meet.
yes, she would. Yes, she would. Good points. Exactly. You make great points. I don't want to mess around with having to worry about the bathroom or taking a bath or cleaning it. They didn't have showers back then. Let's call it that. Yeah, the maestro. Telling you.
I'm trying to think who else I would like to meet. Yeah, I would like to meet them, not just observe. It would be more interesting to meet people.
It's like how you doing?
Yeah.
Show me your process.
Yeah. Like, can I hang with you for a day and, we can have lunch and tea and all that good stuff?
Shadow them. You want to shadow them.
I'll have to visit some very nice tropical places after.
See, I'm thinking warmer. I really am. I'm thinking warmer. I want to get warm and I want to stay warm, as they say.
Yeah, I know Michael, there might not be no need for time travel, but there are people I've learned about
that you'd like to meet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. For convenience sake, yes, we have nowadays necessities are expensive and I guess, but you still have them, right? Necessities are expensive.
All right, I'm Googling.
And you're Googling. Go ahead, Google it, he says. Hello. Chris Shook. Hello, dear. How are you doing?
Chris.
Oh, you gotta get the button out. There you go. Welcome, dear. Welcome.
Gotta do it.
We're figuring out if money were no object, where we would go, what we would do, and time travel is an option. And I don't know how we got on this subject. Oh, us going on vacation. And Mary thought of it, I guess. Where would you go? She said.
All right, I have to.
So my point was, necessities are expensive right now, but frivolous things and non-essentials are very cheap. It seems lately. Matter transporters are great, but again, I'm of the Dr. McCoy theory where I don't want that shit scrambling my atoms. I just don't. I would love the concept of it, but in practice, no.
It looks like a
house. Colin Craft House. You go back to the Craft House? Take a sip. I would not. No, I don't want to go revisit the Craft House, but thank you for thinking of it.
It costs $2,700 to fly there, Michael. Holy crapola!
Is that cheap class? Is that like?
It's 100-acre island.
Ooh, no wonder he likes it.
It's a small islet which lies off the west coast of Saipan within its lagoon in the northern Mariana Islands. It doesn't look very big. A matter transporter is not the same thing as an ST transporter. They work by opening up hyperspace to send you through as you are.
Oh.
It still doesn't sound like fun.
So where's the matter transporters theory based out of? What show are we talking about here? Or is that something totally legit?
It's more like a Doctor Strange portal.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to know. I could probably do the sling ring Strange portal. That would be fun. But again, it could open it to any universe, I guess, now that I think about it. Universe hopping. Multiverse hopping. That would be fun.
So
got it. Yep. Gotcha. I'll just take a TARDIS. If I can get a TARDIS, I'll take a TARDIS. Thank you very much.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah. Give me a TARDIS.
Does everybody know what a TARDIS is? Because not everybody watches.
If you don't, watch Doctor Who. You'll figure out what a TARDIS is. Google it. A TARDIS.
All right. The beach has only got 4.8 stars.
How do you rate a? Well, okay.
How do you rate a beach I mean, if it's a nice beach,
cleanliness,
or is
sand
it,
quality,
or is it the people are like, well, there is like jellyfish in the water. They should have made those go away before we got to the beach. It's like, really?
Yeah, I worry about people. It takes 5 minutes to walk around the island. They hire people to rake the sand behind you so you never leave footprints on the beach. This is no place for Jesus to carry you as you walked alone. I get it. Yeah.
You did not just.
I just did. TARDIS is too unreliable. Well, yeah, they are, but that's part of the adventure, right?
So, Michael, do people live there like all the time?
Got it.
Or is it just people who work there?
I think
It's only 100 acres.
They probably maintenance. They probably the staff goes out and comes back. So the beach is left, and the island is probably left totally uninhabited, possibly. Isn't that where they bring the food and
there's
stuff? Like they bring everything out and then they take it out.
It's a little itty bitty place out in the ocean, man.
Yeah.
And there's Saipan. So I'm.
Or we're debating Doctor Who.
No, just a spot to snorkel and parasail. Well, I don't parasail because it looks scary.
Gravity. That's the point where gravity would not be her friend. That's why she doesn't do it. Yeah.
I thought about it once when I was in Acapulco back in my 20s.
Naked old people running around. 1 out of 5 stars. Not kid friendly.
or people who bring their kids to a nude beach. Did you not see the signs?
They're going through this whole the whole TARDIS /
So we were staying in a condo.
The original. Oh, I like the remake.
And
anyway.
we were like on the 14th floor.
Okay.
And I had thought, I was in my 20s, right? So I had
broken bones weren't a real big deal.
I had thought about doing a parasail. And then somebody came by. Because we were very close to the beach in Acapulco. And somebody came by on a parasail. I went, nope.
You saw how high you actually were?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
They
I
dropped
get it.
you in the bay. See,
Well, they would. I mean, what are they going to do? Drop you on the land? Unless you land very lightly. Dropping you in the bay is better. But getting you out of the bay then once is painful.
Or like crashing into a palm tree or something because you're not landing.
Wait a minute. How far away? Parasailing is when you're on a rope, right?
Yeah.
And they're dragging you behind a boat.
Yeah.
Where's the palm tree?
When they're bringing you back in, people have crashed into like the little huts.
Oh, okay.
And stuff and the palm.
Well, I guess that could happen.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that.
Oh, tomorrow, people. Sorry. I
don't know that I want to go to a place that has something called Suicide Cliff. That's not. Yeah. So Saipan, you must be able to land a plane there. Is that how you get there?
I think by boat, wouldn't you? I don't know. How do you get there?
Because it's not a very big island in itself.
Cliff divers.
And then you must have to take a boat. How? I am like just.
She's fascinated now. This may be a destination for us.
Oh, they got a San Jose there. It's just
there's a lot of San Jose's.
There's just a little piece of. Wow.
That's why do you know the way to San Jose was so popular? It was just about everywhere.
Yeah, it's like in every country practically. Mm-hmm. It's just there's like nothing else around, man. I will have to.
They have an airport. 5 miles by 10. It's 5 miles by 10 miles. Damn. Wow. There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna make this smaller because I need to see.
She's looking at the.
So there's Guam.
She's interested.
Ooh, Route 66.
I brought that up earlier. Route 66 would be great.
So it's
still doable.
Saipan is like way out there, man.
But it's not as primey as it used to be. But there's still a lot of cool vacated land and buildings and stuff too to check out. Yes.
So it's kind of like in between Japan and Australia. Is where this little itty bitty island that Michael thinks we should go to. But that's a lot of ocean I would have to be on a boat for, and I'm not sure I can handle that.
So let know when you're coming up this way to visit. I'll make sure you get a really cool hotel. Haunted, perhaps? The cliffs where the Japanese soldiers jumped instead of being captured by the Americans. Damn.
Okay.
That
would be why.
Bonsai Cliff. Bonsai. Yeah. Cliff. Bonsai. Pff, off you go. Gotcha. On that cheery note, would you stay in a haunted hotel room?
Sure. Why not?
There's some places we need to talk about going then. Seriously. I think so. Why not? We should. Let's stay at a haunted hotel. I'm not sure what TC has in mind. No music oriented with a library of albums. Ooh. Nice. That would be doable. I'd do that.
I am not staying at the Stanley. I watched that movie. I know exactly. And I watched that movie when I was living in the Rocky Mountains.
What is wrong with you? It was just a thing of fiction. It was fiction.
That was a freaking scary movie. And no. That's not
I
haunted.
am ready for spooky funnery as well.
A pair of spare knickers. No kidding.
Yeah, or two.
Either that or I know go play a great place in
Salem
too.
Ooh, Salem. That's also
It's
cool.
1:00.
Cheeso pizza, guys.
Oh man, I gotta go
So
get my
much.
hair
If I
cut.
had a time machine, I'd go back in time before we started and we could do it all over again.
Ooh, perpetual lunchtime.
Yeah. Perpetual chick chat. Why not? All right. So
I think they would get sick of us.
Wednesday, we're not on Johnny's Hump Day auction anymore, guys. But please
We're
go
trying
check
to
them
let you
out.
down slowly.
Please go check them out though, because he's got some new
Co-host.
and it's going to be a lot of fun, and you get some great.
I know
deals.
it's going to be hard to replace us, but he can do it.
He can do it. Also, don't forget tonight, Whatnot, 7:00, Whatnot. We will have our last show of for the next 6 weeks or so. And then we're coming back with a vengeance because we're going to be cleaning a lot of stuff out, right?
Yeah.
I got stacks, 80s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and
She's
80s.
really been jamming on the 45.
I have been kicking butt and taking names.
And we've had many business meetings about how we're going to handle this.
Yeah.
So many 45s.
Whatnot pylons and just speed rounds.
45s.
So we're going to be doing some stuff. We won't be playing a lot of them, but they'll all be play graded. So
That's why I have to keep reminding myself it's Tuesday and that we have Whatnot tonight, because I get done with the show and then I'm like, okay, I got the rest of the day to myself.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. All right, everybody have a great day. Have a great
I have to go get my hair
night.
cut because I'm starting to look like a shaggy dog.
We
So
will see. Roof. We will see. You look
no,
fine.
it'd be more like
yeah, sheepdog. You've got that sheepdog look going on.
isn't that lovely?
Which way did they go?
I know, I was trying to figure out. Oh my god, we've been together so
Which
long.
way did they go? Okay. Yeah, we will see you
the
guys.
shipping cost of what left. Dude, where are you gonna put that? But we'll work it out.
Dude, we'll talk about it. We'll talk.
Talk.
All right, kids, everybody, stay cool. Have a great week.
We love you
We will
guys.
see you Thursday this week. Whatnot tonight, if possible, but also on Thursday, same time, same channel, yada yada. You know this. You know the drill. Greg's defending, right?
Yes.
Greg is defending on the bingo. All right, bye guys.
I love
Take
you.
care. Love you.
Two hip kicks.